Hi, I'm Nisrina and I will be using this video for my political science assignments, and in this video I will be explaining about how and why what's happening in Afghanistan is not simply about religion, but it's more related to humanitarian crisis and gender apartheid. Imagine waking up one day and you're being told not to go to school, you cannot work, you cannot travel alone, even your voice cannot be heard in public. But for Afghanistan women, it's not only imagination, it's their daily life. For disclaimer, I won't be explaining everything in details, but I make this video simply to raise awareness about what's happening in Afghanistan. So to begin with, Afghanistan has experienced decades of conflict, but in August 2021, the Taliban returned to power after foreign troops withdrew. But before I'm going to there, I'm going to explain what Taliban is. The Taliban are a predominantly Pashtun Islamic fundamentalist group that returned to power in Afghanistan in 2021 after waging a 20-year insurgency. According to CFR, since their return to rule, the Taliban have imposed a harsh interpretation of Islamic law, as they did when they first came to power in 1990s, despite pledges to respect the rights of women and religious and ethnic minorities. But as they have transitioned from an insurgent group to a functional government, the Taliban have struggled to provide Afghans with adequate food supplies and economic opportunities. And international organizations describe these policies as among the most severe restrictions on women's rights anywhere in the world. The Taliban has steadily removed women from public spaces, including work, healthcare, and education. Girls are banned from attending secondary schools, universities are also closed to women, and female healthcare workers were stopped at the gates of the United Nations office and banned from entering the facility by Taliban authorities. Many women have also been prohibited from working in government offices and numerous non-governmental organizations. The situation in Afghanistan is increasingly referred to as a form of gender apartheid rather than a women's rights crisis. So gender apartheid refers to as a situation in which people are banned from certain spaces or activities based on their gender identity. This discriminatory and violent practice in Afghanistan has been widely documented and heavily reported on, but the situation continues to decline daily. The UNDP has estimated that the social and economic exclusion of women could cost an estimated 5.8% of Afghanistan's GDP between 2024 and 2026, the equivalent of $920 million. Human rights are universal, and their rights should never be taken for granted. And the longer this situation persists, the more the exclusion of women in Afghanistan risks becoming a normalized structure rather than an emergency. So, what do you guys think?